everybody, and welcome to the Beyond the Knitting podcast. My name, of course, is Raylene, aka Come On and Knits on Ravelry. You can find show notes for this episode, sorry about that, and every other episode at knitandpausepodcast.com. Did I say it was Knit and Pause, or did I say... Okay, it's been a really long weekend. It is Monday, May 18th, 2015, of course. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon, Mountain Time. It's sunny outside for once. It's a long weekend up here in Canada. Hope all you Canadians are enjoying your extra day off, as it were. It's been a while. I'm sorry. So I tried to record, not this past Friday, the Friday before, and I recorded about 16 minutes, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm like, no, I can't post that. That's dumb. So then with my work schedule and everything, I couldn't record last week or the rest of the week, and then I couldn't record Friday because I was moving. I'm obviously in a different place. So it's Monday and I'm recording, and then I will not record this Friday. I will record next Friday. Hopefully. That's the plan, at least. That's the goal. So it's been a while, but I feel like I don't have that much stuff. So we'll see how long this takes me. Finished objects. I have 2 finished objects. The first is, I'll take out the easy one first. I finished these socks. They are just vanilla socks. This yarn is Patons Kroy in the blue rag shades, which I think everybody and their mother has knit. So as you can tell, they're not exactly matching. The first one I started at this red and then it went to the dark blue, and on this one I started with red and then it went to orange, so they're backwards. That's okay, I don't care. I don't usually get myself striping socks to match because I don't care. I'm not that weird about it. It doesn't bother me. They're a little bit too big. I did 64 stitches. They're knit on size 0s. That's a 2.0 millimeter needle. So they're quite dense. I probably could have gone down to 60 stitches, to be honest. I probably wouldn't have missed the 4 stitches. But that's okay. They still fit fine, and they'll work. And I love them, so... I've already worn them once and then washed them, so... They're sitting a little funky, but that's okay. And they soften up quite a bit after washing, Patons Kroy does. It's a little bit rough to work with. Not super rough, but not super soft either. But they do soften with a wash. And I just threw them in my actual washing machine now. Yeah, my new apartment has in-suite laundry, and it has a dishwasher, and I love it. So, there we go. So yeah. Socks. Done. That's that. Now, I have a finished object that is not entirely finished. The knitting's done on it. So my palmed pin cardigan is done. The knitting is done. I have started seaming. Where's that needle? There it is. Oh. Oh dear. Alright. So I have started seaming one of the shoulder seams. You cannot. Oh, there you go. But I haven't gotten very far. It's very dark yarn, and with the lace pattern, I was finding it difficult before the move to concentrate on it, so I need to sit down on the couch. I don't have a TV though, so I need to sit down on the couch with a podcast or something and seam the sleeves in, and then I will wash it and block it again so that the button band lays flat, and then I will do that. Now, I had a bit of a problem just reaching down here, because I found. So in the pattern, I don't know if I've talked about this already. Have I talked about this already? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. But whatever. If I have talked about it, I'm sorry. And I will try not to talk about it again. But I don't think I have. Oh yeah, that was back in April. I don't even think I had gotten this by then. Okay. So the pattern says 4 space 1 under notions for the buttons, right? 4 space 1 space 1-2, so 1/2 inch buttons. I read that as 4 1.5 inch buttons. Now my mom says that could be 4 buttons that are 1 to 1.5 inches. So I bought these gorgeous wood 1.5 inch buttons from Etsy. There's from a guy in Greece. I don't remember what his Etsy shop is. I should find that out for you because he does make very nice buttons. And the shipping was super fast. It took a little while for him to actually ship them, but once he shipped them, it only took like less than 2 weeks to get to me. Forest Inspiration, all one word. So Etsy.com/Forest Inspiration. And he does tree branch candle holders and all kinds of different wood buttons. So I ordered, there's 6 of them. And they were reasonably priced. Shipping was okay. You still have the bark on them. And they're nicely coated. Or lacquered or shellacked or whatever. So I ordered these buttons. Now I did the buttonholes as per the pattern. 3 stitches bound off. I don't think that's telling too much. 3 stitches cast on. My buttonholes are like for 1/2 inch buttons. I totally have 1/2 inch buttons somewhere now. I mean, I'm not sure where they are now, but there's no way binding off 3 stitches is going to give you an opening for 1.5 inch buttons. And I didn't even think about it. I just bought 1.5 inch buttons because that's what I was told to do. So yeah, maybe I read the pattern wrong. I don't think I did. It looks like it says 4 1 1/2 inch buttons. I don't know. Whatever, right? Not a big deal. I'll use them for something. They're gorgeous buttons. I'm sure I'll find something to use them for. So, but yeah, that was kind of disappointing. I think I paid, I don't even know what I paid for them. I paid $13. I paid about 20 bucks Canadian for them, including shipping for those 6 buttons. I'm okay with it. Doesn't bother me. I'm allowed to buy things, you know. I'm allowed, yeah. Well, that's true. Sad but true. So, I need to stop being so distracted. Where are my show notes? There they are. Okay. So that's all the finished objects I have. I'm sorry, my nose is itchy. I might sneeze. Works in progress. So this is a project that you have seen. Actually, everything is stuff that you have seen before. I have not cast on anything new. I'm trying to finish up what I have. So the pomme de pin is mostly finished. I need to sit down and seam that. Maybe I'll do that tonight. So the next is, I'm finished. I have a hoe. These are my skip rib socks out of Madeline Tosh sock in plaid blanket. Once again, knit on US size zeros, or yeah, US size zeros, 2.0 millimeter needles. I did the 72 stitch version. These were originally going to be for a friend, and I have changed my mind. They're now mine. They fit well. The heel's a little bit big, but I did them. I was knitting them for a guy originally who has bigger feet than I do. So, as you can see, the skip rib socks does not help with pooling. That's okay. I just wanted to use this yarn and get it out of my stash. I don't really like my Madeline Tosh sock simply because, well, there's a couple of reasons. Number one, it's a 2-ply. I don't really like 2-plies. I don't mind how they knit up just in plain stockinette, but I don't like them in patterning. This one isn't bad because it's not cables or lace or anything. And it has absolutely no merino content whatsoever. It has merino. It's all merino. There's no nylon content. Jeez. So I don't know how long these socks are going to last. I don't know how hard I am on socks. I haven't been knitting socks long enough to know if my socks wear out quickly. I have a feeling they do, simply because of, but you know, the ones that have worn through, they've been cashmere or they've actually gotten snagged on something and a stitch broke, which could happen to any of them. It doesn't matter if there's nylon content or not. So I have this much left of my skein of yarn. So they also have 395 yards per skein for the Tosh sock. And when I knit a pair of socks out of them last time, it was barely enough, but they were really big socks. So not that concerned about it. My feet aren't that big, but I am doing 72 stitch socks because this pattern was originally written for sport weight yarn. And this is obviously not sport weight. So those are going okay. Like I said, they fit me. The heel's a little bit long, it feels, but it's okay for the most part. It'll be fine. I like them. They're soft, they're squishy, they're really stretchy. So it's a nice pattern. I've never done the pattern before, that specific pattern. So there's that. Cloud Illusions I have not touched. Mostly because I don't feel like sitting around with a pattern, which is maybe a problem. I apparently need to put a daylight bulb lamp like right behind the iPad so that it doesn't... I should try that. One sec. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. We'll see how this works as we go a little bit more. Okay. So, I have not worked on Cloud Illusions at all. I don't have a TV right now. So, when I'm sitting on the couch, and knitting, I'm using my iPad to watch podcasts, and I can't look at the charts, which are on my iPad, using Knit Companion, and watch podcasts at the same time. So once I get a TV and set up my Chromecast, hopefully that will get worked on a little bit more, but who knows when that'll be, right? TVs are expensive. So, Cloud Illusions has not been touched. That's that. It's not going to be touched, probably for a while. One thing that I have touched, though, is I've been working on my banana leaf shawl this weekend by Yuki Udea. This is Skein Merino Lace, which is a discontinued base in Element. It's a single ply. It reminds me kind of Tosh Merino Light, obviously in a lace weight. The marker is where I was last time. That's actually really color accurate too. Oh, nice. So, as you can see, I did a couple inches. And that's how long it is right now. I think I have to do, I don't even know how. I'm going until I have 20% of the skein left, so about 20 grams, and I've still got like most of the skein left. So just keep knitting, just keep knitting. But I think it'll be really nice once it's done. This is kind of the long edge. And it will block out nicely. It's kind of ending up striped, as you can see, which I don't mind. And then, of course, it's reversible because it's ribbing, which is nice. One thing that I'm noticing is that these ends that have been just dangling around since I cast it on and getting shoved into everywhere, they are getting, like they were stuck together. They were felting together. Let's see. So I have a feeling that after some use, it will start to look fuzzy. Which is okay. I can take a sweater shaver to it and maybe defuzz some of it. but it could potentially felt a little bit too. I don't know. I don't know if I would buy this again. I don't know what I would use it for. I don't think I'd want to use it for lace. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there is some gorgeous lace done out of this stuff. It's just so soft and fuzzy. It reminds me of... Okay, Tosh Merino Light is what it reminds me of because it's a single ply. The fuzz of it and how easily it felts together reminds me of Malabrigo lace, of course. So you would kind of use it in the same vein. Something that isn't going to get a whole lot of wear because it'll fuzz and potentially felt together if it's rubbed too much, used too much, loved too much, which is too bad. But I'm mostly knitting this to get this out of my stash. So I've gotten quite a bit of progress on that, which is awesome. My goal is to get these 3 projects finished up by the end of the month. I don't know if Cloud Illusions will get done by the end of the month. The socks probably will. I don't know about the other 2. I'm trying really hard not to cast anything on until then. So we'll see. Next, I was a very bad girl and placed an order from the Loopy U. Because that's what I do. Order from the Loopy U. So, Loopy U purchase put me over to the next prize category for their rewards program, which is quite sad for me because I'm pretty up there now. I'm a Loopy groupie. I don't even know what dollar amount that is. Do I even really want to remember what dollar amount that is? I mean, I can check it so easily. I'm looking at it. I'm going to log in right now. Might as well, right? So $250 spent is Toronto, Canada, Loopy groupie. So, oh, and I have 25 store credit as well at 250 points. So I've spent a decent amount of money so far this year. I mean, that's not the only, yeah, I'm just not even going to finish that sentence. That's a terrible sentence to finish. So, yeah. So like I said, I got into the Loopy groupie, and you get this really cute red bag, Loopy groupie, and it says Loopy groupie on it, and it's a Della Q bag. It's a drawstring, clearly. I feel like my drawstring is getting messed up. There we go, it was getting messed up. Alright. I'm sorry that I am finagling with my bag. I am so distracted. So in the Loopy groupie package, I had no idea that this was a whole big package. I got another pattern and a little bit of yarn to make a little thing, and then it has a little ruler with a magnifying for like gauge or whatever. And then it included a full skein of yarn, which is awesome because it's totally Sweet Georgia. It's her superwash sock in English Ivy. So 2-ply 100% merino. That's pretty there. That's color accurate. That's pretty good. So it's really pretty. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It is 400 yards on the dot. Because it's 100% merino, I probably won't use it for socks, but I might. I'm obviously breaking all my rules. And then there were also some Tootsie Rolls in a little baggie, which I've totally already eaten. So that was really cool. I wasn't expecting a full skein of yarn. That was a bit of a shock for me. Surprise. Pleasant surprise. I like surprises. And then the actual yarn. So I had ordered Madeline Tosh Merino Light, because I'm a Madeline Tosh junkie. So I want to do a fox paws, and I was going to use TML. I have Baltic and Thunderstorm at home. So I was looking for colors to go with that. So blues and grays is what I was going to do. So I ordered, and one of my skeins didn't come. I don't know what happened. I don't care. So I had ordered Moon Glow, which is a really light blue. and it didn't come in the bag. So I emailed them right away and said, look, my Moonglow didn't come, and they offered to ship it out to me right away. They offered store credit, and they offered to ship it with the next package that I order. So I decided to get them to ship it with the next yarn purchase I make, because I already paid for it. And I wasn't sure if it would get here in time because of the move and how close it was to the move. So I didn't want to give like my new address because I wasn't sure if it could get here before I actually get here, and then I don't know how long the post office holds things, and it was just, shipping it again didn't really work. And store credit's nice, but I would have been ordering it again anyway, because I need a light blue for this Fox Paws. So they're just going to ship it with the next one. I don't know when my next order will be, because I moved, and moving is expensive, and I had movers too. So, but I ordered, this is Deep and Charcoal, which I have, I think, 3 other skeins of for a sweater, but didn't want to break into that. And then Faded Cloud. Faded Cloud is this beautiful gray. You can see the little pops of blue, but it reminds me kind of Tern, and then Silver Fox. So I have these, and then Baltic and Thunderstorm, and then Moonglow. So I have a lot of options to choose from when throwing together the Fox Paws, because the Fox Paws uses 5 colors. So we'll see what I end up doing. With Charcoal, if I don't use it, it's just another skein to go. I have a fingering weight sweater quantity out of it. And then I also ordered a skein of Coquette, because let's face it, everybody needs some fancy neon pink in their lives. Yeah. It's not as red as it's showing up. It's showing up very red, and it's very magenta. Fuchsia. It's not fuchsia, not really. Okay. So that's my Loopy U purchase. I believe I talked about my custom bag from Birdleg Bags earlier. Did I? Maybe. Come on, load here. Yes. Talked about my Birdleg Bags bag last time. Good. So I don't have to bring that out. That's awesome. So, as I said, I moved. I do have the option potentially to foster again here. I am not sure at this point if I will do it right now, simply because working 10-hour days, for the dog to be in a kennel for 10 hours, well, really 11, I mean, by the time I leave work and get home and driving time and everything, I just don't know if that's appropriate right now. It's a long time for a dog to be in a crate. So I might not continue, which sucks since I wanted that to be a big part of this. But shit happens. Things change. So, kind of is what it is. I'm still involved in New Hope. I'm still a foster support coordinator, which reminds me I need to do some work on that today yet. But basically I've just been unpacking and sorting out stuff and getting shit figured out. So, it is what it is. And I think that's about it. WoW's going fine. Battle Tag and server are in the show notes. It's recruiting and raiding. We're working on Blackhand right now, which is a complicated fight, to say the least. So, it's keeping me busy. Everything's keeping me busy. Tomorrow I go back to work, and then I work 3 days, have Friday off. Since I have 3-day weekends all summer, it's awesome. Still love my job. Still love my boss. Her and her husband came and helped me move, which was awesome. They did a lot of work. Hired movers. They took 3 hours from start to finish. Packing everything up at the old place. And then everything was unloaded at the new place by noon. They got there at 9. Was completely awesome. Had a really good weekend with my parents. We did a lot of running around. We went to this place south of Saskatoon called the Berry Barn. They have a Saskatoon berry you-pick, and they have a gift shop, and then they have a restaurant. They're only open like from April to November or something. And that was a lot of fun. Mom really liked it. Their food was really good. We just went for coffee, like dessert and coffee, which was fine. Their gift store, everything seemed really expensive in the gift store. They also have greenhouses, so they had these really cute baskets with succulents, like 5 or 6 little succulent plants with gravel. $50. I wanted one, but I wasn't paying $50 for it. Then they had cherry tomato plants, and those were $25. Once again, not really into paying that much. The great thing about this apartment, it has a south-facing balcony. I'm on the 4th floor, south-facing balcony. So I'm hoping eventually, maybe not this year, but it gets a lot of sun. So I'm hoping to have plants up there and grow some vegetables and stuff. I think that would be awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited about the place. I got my registration date for September, which is coming up in July, middle of July. And I have 1 more year to go. And then I'm done. So very excited about that. So I will talk to you all it'll end up being probably about 11 or 12 days, since I'm not recording this Friday, but I'll record the Friday after. And I hope you all have a wonderful time. Hope you enjoying the weather, if you're having nice weather. And we'll talk to you soon.